Uh, All right. Welcome to the Tuesday afternoon team call. I know it's summer, so I'm grateful for those that are on live and those that are going to be hopping on. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about the road to elite 2023, how to achieve elite in 2023. And some might think, even myself, and I want to talk a little bit about the beliefs that we create for ourselves as we get started with this. I was out doing my business activity tracker, doing my follow-ups like 30 minutes ago. And I was like, I just barely voice text Laura back about something. And I was like, why am I doing a Road to Elite 2023 call in June? Like, if you were a good leader, you would be doing this on January 1st and prepping everybody for massive success this year. And I was like, I had to look at that and I was like, whoa, what am I saying? Like, if you're a good leader, what is that statement even? Why would you even say something like that? First of all, so I had to cut that little thought off that I was having. But then I had to create a new belief or a new meaning behind why am I hosting a team call in the middle of June about the Road to Elite 2023 and how to hit that. First of all, there's still half of a year left for anybody on this team to hit the first or the second benchmark, even the third or the fourth. Like, there is still time. And I know some people have read the 10-week year. I was listening to a podcast. Lewis Howes was interviewing somebody and he's like, I don't know what people are talking about one day, just being 24 hours. I have 3 days in every 24-hour period. So I can literally get 3 times more than anybody else. And he like broke out his time. Like, he works like from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. is one just solid block of work. And then he has like a 9 a.m. to noon, a solid block of work. And then he has time with family, a solid time with family. And then in the evening, he does another solid block of like 6 hours. And he does in each of those blocks what a normal person would do in any given day. And so I was thinking about that, about these beliefs that we create. And I was like, you know what? Yes, it's absolutely possible for anyone that listens to this call today to go on and achieve team builder, team leader, premier coach and forward. And yes, Laura.
What was the name of that book?
10-week year.
Oh no, the 12-week year.
Oh, 12-week year. Yes. Sorry.
Is that the one you were just talking about where the guy does 3 blocks?
Well, no, that's a book that a lot of people, the basic concept of that is that you can get done in 12 weeks, what it takes someone to do in a year. But I was listening to the Lewis Howes podcast and just on YouTube, and it was one that he posted maybe like 3 or 4 days ago, or at least in the past week. So as I was thinking about it though, I was like, okay, yes, we have 6 months left in the year, but the Road to Elite program, and you're going to learn what that means today and how that works and all of that fun stuff. But the Road to Elite program is really a recognition program. I'll show you guys a little thing here. You get these cool little recognition things, like as you hit each benchmark, like here was the team builder one, the team leader one, and then elite. And they just, you kind of get them one at a time and you stack them together as you get them.
That's
so
cool.
It's pretty cool. But anybody here has the ability from now to the end to hit team builder, to hit team leader, no matter where you're at. There is plenty of time to make that happen. But if you really want to strive for building a premier team, an elite team, and we'll learn what that is today in this call, that the point system on how you earn points and achieve that with your team involves the year prior to the current year and the current year that you're in. So when it comes time to work for Elite 2024, all of the work that you do this year, plus the work that you do last year, will contribute to the point system for elite the following year. So the harder you strive this year, with putting in massive effort to build your business and build your team, will set you up for a guaranteed elite 2024. Does that make sense? So that's kind of like, as I was having those limiting beliefs, or what I was briefly talking about with Elizabeth and Laura at the beginning of this call, everything that happens, you get to create either a disempowering belief or thought, or an empowering belief or thought. So something can happen in your life or business, and you have 2 choices, making a disempowering or an empowering belief about that. So someone was mentioning to me recently how they hit Success Club 3 months in a row. They got all these accolades. They got a free ticket to Summit. They got recognition inside of the team and all of that, and then missed it. And then that's where those little thoughts and those disempowering beliefs tend to tend to come in, and they come in naturally. So it's a constant effort for us to create empowering beliefs. And some of the beliefs that, if something like that might have happened, it could be you hit diamond and then you fell out of diamond, or you lost weight and you gained it back. You can create those empowering beliefs or those disempowering beliefs. And some of those disempowering beliefs might look like this, like, oh man, I hit it for 3 months and now I'm disappointed in myself. Maybe I'm not capable of this, or maybe I can't do this like Jennifer's doing it, or like Tate is doing it, or Brigitte is doing it. Maybe I don't have what it takes. Those are disempowering beliefs, examples of that. So all we need to really work on in that aspect is creating empowering beliefs, which would be something happens, you fall short in some area, just being like, okay, this happened. What was I doing when I did see success for those 3 months? What activities did I do every day when I was a diamond coach, or when I did go from nothing to leading a diamond team? What did I do when I was at the beginning of my journey and I lost 170 pounds? Like, what things were I doing every single day, and how can I do them better or continue to do them? So remember, as you're working on your business, it's kind of like a default for every single one of us. So you're never alone to go towards those disempowering beliefs. So I just want to be that reminder to you guys to create those empowering beliefs and work on that and catching those. One of the things that I did in the very beginning when I would do that is, sorry, I could do a whole call on this, but I will get to the road to elite, I promise, is just catch yourself saying them. Be aware of that. Be like, okay, I said this. I remember I would even write it out on a piece of paper. Like, maybe I can't hit Success Club 10 every single month. Like, that thought came. So I would write it down. Then I would physically cross it out with, or X it out with my pencil and pen, and write an empowering one. I can hit success. I will hit Success Club 10. There are thousands, and I would literally write, there are thousands of people out there in this world that need what I have to offer, and I will do what it takes to find them. Right? That would be the empowering belief. So that's just a little activity to help you guys in that mindset work. We do want to get on to the call. I want to just recognize everybody that's on here live with us today. We have Greg, Chris, Elizabeth, Laura, Matthew, Shandy, all on live, as well as Kath. She is a coach prospect for our team all the way over in the UK. She's working with Emily. So she's driving, so she doesn't have her video on, but welcome, Kath, to the team call as well. So the only announcement I really want to announce is, if you didn't listen to the National Wake Up Call on the Team Beachbody 411 page, those are every single Monday. I couldn't listen every day. I had 5 kids to myself for 6 days, so I could not listen live, but I listened to the playback today, and it was absolutely incredible. She's was one of the founding coaches, and it was just a good reminder to me of what great leadership is, what it takes, the type of person, the type of mentality, the type of work ethic that you have to build a team and build a great leadership. Like she talked about just an idea, or it's just to show you, she had no idea what network marketing was. Team Beachbody was a brand new company at that time. And she literally, as she was building a team, she went out and she hired a professional network marketer from former network marketer from another company to come in and train her team. And it was really cool to see that guy that she hired came in and trained the whole network. But she took that initiative. She didn't wait for Beachbody to teach her how to grow and build her business. She was helping everybody together. And that's why she's such a phenomenal leader. By the way, that guy that she hired is Craig Holiday. And I want to give a shout out to Matthew, who took on the 90 days to Diamond Craig Holiday Challenge. And he set his diamond date on the day that he's going to be diamond. He says, no matter what, he's going to be holding the trophy for the Beachbody Classic at Summit. And he is also going to be a diamond on that date that he set. So thank you for that example, Matthew, and leadership inside the team. We're grateful for that. And if you guys need Craig Holiday's calls, they're on a playlist on my YouTube channel. So you can go find those on there as well. So September 9th, no matter what, Matthew will be a diamond coach. We're going to be at Summit. We're going to be watching him compete in that Beachbody Classic as well. The only other announcement that I want to make sure you listen back to that. And then speaking of Summit, the Beachbody Classic, I'm so excited because it's been 3 years since we had a live Team Beachbody Summit. So some of you guys don't even know what that is. It will be July 13th through July 17th. I would do whatever you can to make it to that event. Find roommates, room up with other people on this team, but it's absolutely incredible. One of my favorite mentors is going to be one of the keynote speakers, Brendan Bouchard. He played a huge impact in my business and being able to work hard and grind it out for 11 years in a row now and hit my goals every single month, but also to enjoy life as well. Swim every day with the kids, take them camping, and put just as much time, energy, and effort into my wife and my 5 kids as I do into my business. So he's going to be there. That's going to be absolutely incredible. If you have questions about that, I'm open book. So please just ask me. So we're going to move on to the topic of the call, which is the road to elite. Like how to earn it. Like I said, here is they give you like some trophies like this. This team, just so you know, we've been an elite team 6 times and we've been a top 10 team. And I've taught the road to elite and how to do it multiple times, at least once a year. But today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys where I find my resources when it comes to learning the business myself and then training other people. So I'm just going to share my screen. What we're going to do is we're going to actually watch the training in the Coach Online office, but I'm going to share with you guys where I find that. We're going to watch a 25-minute training, and then I have already downloaded the trackers, and then we'll go over the trackers together as a team so you understand what they are, which one you need to track your goals for elite this year and possibly elite for the next year. So you log into your Coach Online office, go to, do not know how this got into the French page. I must have been clicking buttons on the side there. Okay, so log into your Coach Online office. You don't have to do it right now, but I'm just going to show you where it's at. Then you go to Coach Tools, you go to Coach Online Office. And once you're in the Coach Online Office, I went to the search bar, as you can see right here, which is up here by the support. I just searched Road to Elite. And then I downloaded all of the trackers here. I already have them up. You can see right here. We'll go through them individually. There's 3 of them. But we're going to go right here to the Road to Elite overview. We're going to watch this training together, and then I'll answer any questions that you guys have. And we will also go through the tracker. So here we go. This is Kevin Shaw that will be speaking.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Road to Elite training. We are very excited to announce this new Road to Elite training and wanted to put together this training for you so that you can understand what it takes to become an elite coach and the path to get there, from team builder to team leader to premier all the way to elite. Now, in years past, we have only had premier and elite leaders. Why we're so excited about this is because this year we are introducing 2 new platforms, 2 milestones, Team Builder and Team Leader. Now, this is a program for everyone, and I'm going to say that multiple times. If you feel like you want to run your business, these are some things that we want you to focus on so that you can know that you're on the path to success, whether it be your first time as team builder, team leader, team leader, premier leader, or elite leader. So during this training, we're going to go over a few things. First, we're going to go over what is elite, or this program, why does this program matter, and how it works. I'm very excited to jump into this, so let's just go ahead and get started. Now, what is the Road to Elite? The Road to Elite program, guys, is simply a recognition and rewards program. That's the main basis behind it. Now, there are 4 milestones to this program, and you'll see here on the right-hand side, this is the new trophy that you will earn, and you'll get these in individual components as you reach each milestone. The base being team builder, then team leader, then premier, then elite, which comes with the top crystal and the ball at the top, which is really exciting. So here are once again, the 4 milestones associated with the Road to Elite program, and we're going to go over them in detail here in just a second. Now, why it matters is because, guys, the Road to Elite program helps coaches of all experience levels focus on the business outcomes that form a stable, growing business. That is why it matters. So many coaches come to us and say, what do we need to do? How do we become successful? Why should I focus on elite? You guys, we have been following so many coaches, and we understand what it takes, and we understand how their businesses grow. And we've compiled it into this Road to Elite program, because by doing these and focusing on these things, you will help yourself form that stable, growing business that everyone is looking for. So just to be clear, guys, the Road to Elite program is a significantly expanded program that's for all coaches, regardless of the current rank or time as a coach. So many coaches, like we said earlier, look at the elite program and they say, man, that's too much. It's too far out there. I can't see myself achieving elite. But now, because we're introducing the Road to Elite, you can see yourself as that team builder, as that team leader, and that will help you on that road, eventually getting to that top rank as elite. So how does it work? We're going to focus on 4 different areas of this Road to Elite. The first one being your rank. Second one, leadership points. Third, new personally sponsored coach leaders. And fourth, weak leg volume. I'll go over all of these in detail. No need to stress about these. Okay, first one is your rank. Let's talk quickly about why your rank matters. A coach's rank is a reflection of the development and growth of all their personally sponsored coaches. It's not just you. It's not how hard you can work. It's about your entire team. And you grow in rank as you help others continue to grow their businesses as well. So the long-term stability and growth of a coach's business volume and income is directly impacted by the personally sponsored coach's ability to succeed in finding and helping customers and developing their own team of coaches. That last part is very important in developing their own team of coaches. Rank matters. For the Road to Elite on the right-hand side, for a coach's Road to Elite qualification, there is each milestone has a rank requirement. To meet the qualification requirement for each step, a coach needs to hold the required rank for 6 consecutive weeks or any time in 6 consecutive bonus weeks anytime in 2019 or 1 bonus week in December 2019. That's going to be the same for all of these milestones. You can hold it during the year for 6 consecutive weeks or 1 bonus week in December. Now, a bonus week is simply 1 week in December. Okay, so here are the ranks associated with each of the milestones. To become a team builder, you simply have to hold diamond for either 6 consecutive weeks or 1 week in December. And that's true for all 4. Team leader, you have to be at least 1 star for those same amounts of time. To become a premier leader, your rank has to be at least 2 star or above for those same amounts of time. And an elite coach has to be 5 star or above for those 6 consecutive weeks or 1 time in December. They're pretty straightforward. Hopefully I'm not losing anybody along the way. That's the first category. That's 1 of 4 is your rank. Next is leadership points. Now, leadership points, we're calling them leadership points this year. In the past, we've called them elite points. But because this is not just an elite program, this is a leadership program, we're now calling them leadership points. So, as it's here on the left, leadership points help a coach stay focused on the business results that are vital to growth and stability. First one being acquisition and retention of new customers and coaches. It's very important to continue to bring new people on to your business and to help them stay focused and moving in the right direction. That's retention. Second one, having your newer coaches successfully help new customers and coaches each month. So you're not only bringing people on each month, but you're teaching them how they can do it as well. And the third one, ensuring that a brand new coach sees success quickly to help them get started right. People want to feel validated. They want to be rewarded. They want to be recognized. That's definitely associated with leadership points. Now, how it matters to the Road to Elite program on the right-hand side. For a coach's Road to Elite qualification, there's a leadership point requirement for each of the 4 categories. You can earn these from 3 categories here, and I'll go over each in detail. First one's called acquisition personal volume. We shorten that to APV, and I'll go over what that is in just a second. Second one being Success Club qualification. Third one being new personally sponsored coaches earning their first Success Club point. It's named PS1 plus SC. Not our favorite name, but that's simply what we shortened it to. Okay, let's go over these in detail. So your leadership point total will be updated monthly in your coach office, and then a little bit later I'll show you where you can see that. You go to, but for here you go to monitor my business and look in the qualification section. There's a screenshot I'll show you here. And here, let's focus here on the left. So the first category on how you can earn leadership points that get you towards each of these milestones. The first one being, once again, called acquisition personal volume. This is APV. You'll notice we've highlighted these first two categories here on the left. These points come from your 2019 customers. Now, what I mean by that is people who signed up with you in 2019, or they made their first purchase with you in 2019. Each of those is fine. So from your 2019 customers, and in category 2, your 2019 personally sponsored coaches. Now, here's how this category works. When combined between either customers or coaches, when they purchase a cumulative total of 500 points in total, you earn 1 leadership point towards whatever milestone you're going for. Now, on the right-hand side, we've given you some examples. How is this volume generated? Well, every time you sell a challenge pack, you can earn, in each of those packs are from 105 PV all the way up to 360 PV, and it's depending on which pack they purchase. So you can earn points that way. Shakeology is always 90 personal volume. Performance stack order is 90, and Energize is 38. Now, like we said, between all of your 2019 customers and coaches, between all of them, every time there's 500 points there, we'll give you 1 leadership point. Now, to see all the PV of all the Beachbody products, you can simply look at FAQ 2338, and you'll see that there. So how are the APV leadership points calculated? Here's an example. In 2019, let's say you helped 3 people a month with the Transform 20 base challenge pack. Now, each of those is 135 points. And then you have 2 of them stay on Shakeology, which is 90 points, in the next month. So if you look in the January column, there's a combined, because 3 people, that comes to 405 points. And nobody's on Shakeology because that's part of the challenge pack. So the total current month personal volume, PV points, is 405. So far, you have 405 points for 2019. In February, those 3 people, 2 of them stay on Shakeology. So now we're taking that 405 and we're adding 180 points onto that. So now that you're 585 points, okay, so now you're up because you've helped 3 people a month for the 405, 180, 585. You are now at 990 points.
I'm going to pause him right there because he didn't say this very clearly. Remember, anytime that he's talking here, he's saying 2019. This is 2022. Current customer, your new customers, coaches, and preferred customers, their personal volume that they create. What he's sharing here, January and February, this example, he's on February right now, assumes that they sold 3 new challenge packs to 3 new people to get that 405 again. And then 2 people stay on from January. So their next 2 orders of those next 2 orders of Shakeology come through at 180. Does that make sense? Okay.
You can divide that by 500. You're almost to 2 points, but we can take off 500. So there's 1 leadership point. Now in March, we kind of do the same thing. Now you keep ramping up. Now you're getting 3 points because it just keeps ramping up. So the total APV leadership points earned from January to March is 4. So this is, you'll notice the more, maybe in the beginning, you won't see a lot of points in this category. But as you retain people, keyword retain, as you retain people and help them stay on Shakeology and continue to bring new people into your organization, these points will rapidly accumulate. And it's every time there's 500 points. So as you bring people on, these people in January, they'll continue to count over and over again to help you towards those 500 points. Remember, this only comes from 2019 customers and coaches. That's APV. Second category is Success Club. So how this works is you get 1 leadership point for every personally sponsored coach each month they're in Success Club. Now, for those who are new, Success Club simply means you sold between 2 to 3 products, Shakeology, challenge packs, and you earn Success Club. Success Club is at least 5 points. You're in Success Club when you've earned 5 Success Club points. Now, this is for your 2019 personally sponsored coaches and your 2018 personally sponsored coaches. Anytime that these people go into Success Club, meaning that they have at least 5 points in Success Club, you earn 1 leadership point. Now, here's the bonus. If you also in that same month hit Success Club yourself, meaning you yourself earned 5 Success Club points, those points are doubled. It's pretty cool. So here on the right-hand side, here's the example. Each month in 2019, you have 2 personally sponsored coaches, either from 2018 or 2019, who qualify for Success Club, and you also earn 5 Success Club points yourself. So 2 in January, and when you also hit Success Club, 2, and those points are doubled, goes to 4. In February, you had 2 as well. You're in Success Club. Yes, those are 4, and the same thing in March. Total leadership points from this category from January to March is 12. It is so important for you guys to continually hit Success Club, not just for the points, but to show that you're continually adding people, that you're growing. And as you're earning this, you can still get points from category 1 from the APV. These people count in multiple categories, but as they earn Success Club themselves, you're showing them that they can become leaders themselves. It is so important to show them success early on in the business, and one of the most important ways to show them success is by helping them earn at least 5 points in Success Club. And by doing so, you earn leadership points for those people who were signed up in 2018 or 2019. That's the second way that you can earn leadership points towards your Road to Elite milestone. Now, the last way is with this new one called New Personally Sponsored Coaches with at least 1 or more Success Club points. So this category focuses on your 2019 personally sponsored coaches, just them right here. You earn 1 leadership point for each new personally sponsored coach who earns at least 1 Success Club point. Now, this has to happen in the month that they enroll or the following month. So let's pretend that today is the 15th of the month and you sign somebody up. Now, they have the remaining days of this month plus the next month to earn at least 1 Success Club point. If they do this, then you earn 1 leadership point. I'll give 2 more examples just to make sure and clear that you understand what we mean by this. So the first example was halfway through the month, the 15th. If you sign somebody up on the 1st of the month, they have all of that month plus the next month. We give you the remaining days of the month plus 1 full month to earn at least 1 Success Club point. The third example is if you sign somebody up on the 29th of the month, they have either 1 or 2 days plus an entire month. We just want to make sure everybody has 1 complete month to earn one Success Club point. And as they do that, then you get leadership points. Now, you can only earn 1 point per new personally sponsored coach. You can't keep double dipping from there. So here's the example on the right-hand side. 2019 personally sponsored coaches with at least one successful point in their enrollment month or first full month after. In January, it's 1. So you get 1. In February, you help 2 people. There's 2. March, you just help 1. So you're up to 4 points between January and March. So those are the ways that you can earn leadership points. This is probably the longest category, one where we have to explain it the most, but it's so important and vital that you understand how are the ways to earn leadership points, because as you do so, not only are you earning points, but you're maintaining and building a successful, sustainable business. That's what ultimately this Road to Elite program is all about. Now, okay, so for the different categories, we've listed how many leadership points are required. For team builder, between all 3 categories or 1, it doesn't matter. You can earn all 25 in 1 point, 1 category, but you need to earn at least 25 leadership points. As I mentioned, this can come from a mixture of all 3 categories. It can come from just 2 of the categories or just 1 category. It does not matter. You need just at least 25 leadership points. To become a team leader. Now, this is in conjunction with the rank. So for team builder, you have to be a diamond and you have to have at least 25 points. So hopefully you see how that works. For team leader, you have to have at least 50 points between any of the categories. For premier, it's 75 points. Now you'll note that point number 2, let's read that at the bottom. Leadership points for premier and elite must be balanced between all of the categories. What we're saying here is we want you guys to, there's a balance. We want you to earn, there's minimums and maximums for each of the categories. For Premier and Elite, you cannot earn all of 75 points in one category. There's a cap for each one. We want you to spread between all of the different categories. Now, that's same for Premier, so 75 points. And for Elite, you have to have at least 105 points spread between all of the categories that we have mentioned before. So that's kind of what we're explaining here. You cannot earn, you have to get the minimums in each, and you cannot get any more than the maximums in each. But balanced between all of them, you can earn at least 105 points. Okay. So there's that. Now, the third category is your new personally sponsored coach leaders. Why this matters. Developing new coach leadership ranks on your team strengthens the team, bolsters volume, and infuses excitement into everyone on the team. While there are many ways that leadership is developed and demonstrated, one of the best ways is celebrated consistently across all teams and in the company is through rank achieve advancements. So Road to Elite on the right-hand side. For a coach's Road to Elite qualification, there is a requirement to have personally sponsored coaches on your team hit a specified rank for the first time in 2019. This simply shows that you can duplicate what you've achieved. That's all we're looking for. The year these coaches enrolled does not matter. It can be any personally sponsored coach, but they do need to reach the rank for the first time and hold it for 6 consecutive weeks or 1 week in December. Let me show you what I mean. So for team builder, you need to help at least one person who's personally sponsored achieve Emerald. Now, you'll notice here in the 3 part, these do not have to be newly enrolled coaches, but they do need to hold it for 6 consecutive weeks or 1 week in December. So if you can help one person who's personally sponsored achieve the rank of Emerald and they hold it for 6 consecutive weeks in 2019, you can check this box off. Or if they hold it at least just 1 week in December, you can check this box off. For a team leader, you need to help 2 people who are personally sponsored coaches achieve the rank of Emerald for the first time, or 1 new personally sponsored diamond. And they need to hold that for 6 consecutive weeks or 1 week in December. For a premier leader, you need to help 1 personally sponsored coach achieve diamond for the first time in 2019, hold it for 6 consecutive weeks or 1 week in December. And for an elite leader, you need to help at least 2 people in your personally sponsored organization achieve the rank of diamond for the first time in 2019, 6 consecutive weeks during the year or first 1 week in December. So as this is simply showing us that you can duplicate what you've achieved. This is leadership, guys. This is the road to elite, and there's your leadership milestones. So there's that category. The last one is weak leg volume. This is something we're introducing to the road to elite. Now, this should not be new to you because we've introduced this with the leadership ladder concept, but I'll go over it anyways. On the left-hand side, why weak leg volume matters. Growing the team volume, which we call TV, from the weak leg in your business has a direct impact on the amount of money you earn from the team cycle bonus once you've achieved emerald or higher rank. Understanding how team volume works, especially the concept of weak leg volume, and I'll go over that in just a minute, is important to maximize the income potential of your business. Now, here's how it applies to Road to Elite. For a coach's Road to Elite qualification, there's a weak leg volume requirement. This requirement takes the highest level of weak leg volume during any consecutive 5-week period in 2019 and uses it for qualification. Don't stress out. Let me go over this for you. But let me quickly explain how weak leg volume is generated. We call this the ABCs. The first one called being the binary structure. Hopefully you understand that you as a coach have 2 legs in your business. You have your left leg and you have your right leg. As you sign people up and bring them into your organization, you can put them either on your left leg or your right leg, depending on what you're trying to achieve. And one other thing that people can do, if you have an upline coach who signs up somebody, they can also place people in your organization and help you with your left leg or your right leg volume. This is important because if people randomly show up in your organization, you're like, who are these people? Oh, okay, they were signed up by my upline, but they were placed below me. This helps build not only your team, but their team. Thus, the compensation plan is maximized this way. That's the first one. Now, team volume is very important. So as you have your left leg and right leg, people purchase product. People are on an auto ship program where they can every month receive, Shakeology, Performance Line products, whatever it may be. Now you remember, Shakeology has 90 team volume. Challenge packs have 45 to 138 team volume, and Energize has 30 team volume. Now this is not personal volume. Personal volume is what you purchase yourself, but this is what the team, people who you've helped, people below in your organization, the stuff that they've purchased. We call that team volume, okay? And as people purchase, the numbers add up. And in just this example, we're gonna say that on your right side, between everybody on your right leg, the team volume came to 1,600 TV. And on your left leg, you added up all the volume, it came to 1,000 TV, okay? So what we're saying is, on your right side, you have more volume than your left side. So in this case, the left side is your weak leg. That's where the weak leg comes from. It's the one that has less volume in it. Now, this can switch from week to week, from month to month. We're not saying that your left leg is permanently your weak leg. It's whatever side has the least amount of volume that week, okay? So team cycle bonus. This is kind of why team volume matters. Once you are at the rank of emerald or above in rank, you're eligible to earn the team cycle bonus. The team cycle bonus is paid on the team volume produced by your team between your left leg and right leg. The team bonus is calculated by taking 100 points from your weak leg, whatever side has the less volume, and 200 from the side that has more volume. Now, every time that we can subtract 100 points and 200 points from your right leg, or excuse me, your weak leg and strong leg respectively, that's one cycle and will pay out depending on your rank. This is not a compensation plan training. I'll do one of those later, but that's how it's paid out. This process is repeated over and over until there's not enough to be paid out. So in this example, you'll see that we can subtract 100. Oh, my numbers are off. 100 from the weak leg on the left, 200 from the right, and then we just keep going and going and going until we can't get any further. And when that happens, whatever's left is over, moves on to the next time. Okay, so how you can find out your team volume in your coach office. If you guys log into Team Beachbody, if you go to your coach office, and if you guys go to volume on your dashboard, you can see we've highlighted it right here on the top, my team volume from previous bonus weeks. And then at the bottom here, team volume from current bonus week. And you click on these, you can see where you are at. Now, if you also click here, if you go to the top one, my team volume, you can see, going back to this category, you can see which one has the least amount of volume in it. And like I said, we don't care which side it's on, but between all of those, if you earn in a 5 consecutive week time period, and we don't care which 5 weeks it is, if there is 1,000 points, then you earn this spot for team builder. We need at least 1,000 team volume between the 5 weeks, anytime during 2019, then you've earned the, and you can check that box for team builder. You'll see the 4 at the bottom. Week leg volume total accumulated over any 5 consecutive week period in 2019. For team leader, we're going to go through your week leg volume and we're going to say, okay, between any 5 consecutive weeks, did that add up to 2,500 points? If so, you've achieved you can check the box for team leader. For premier, we're saying 5,000 volumes between any 5 consecutive weeks. Now, once again, I'll reiterate this. We don't necessarily care if it swaps. If for some reason your left leg is weak one week and the next week it's your right leg, we don't care. But if we need at least between any of the 5 weeks, we can add up to 5,000 in the less volume or weak leg volume. And it adds to 5,000, you've earned check the box for premier, and same for elite, 5,000 points in weak leg volume. So let's quickly go over this. We're at the end of our training. This is what it takes to earn the different milestones for the Road to Elite qualifications. To become a team builder, you have to be a diamond or above, hold that for 6 consecutive weeks or 1 week in December. You have to earn at least 25 leadership points between any of the categories I've went over. You have to help at least 1 new person who's personally sponsored achieve the rank of Emerald, and they have to hold it for 6 consecutive weeks or 1 week in December, and have between any 5 weeks have at least 1,000 TV in volume. To become a team leader, you have to be at least a 1-star and hold that for 6 consecutive weeks or 1 week in December. Have at least 50 points. And once again, for team builder, team leader, we don't care where the points come from, but they have to add up to at least 50. You have to help 2 new Emerald or 1 new person hit diamond for the first time in 2019, and they need to hold it for 6 consecutive weeks or 1 week in December. And your week leg volume between any 5 consecutive weeks has to add up to 2,500 points. For premier, same idea, 2-star or above. You have to now hit 75 points, but they have to be balanced between all of the categories. They cannot come from simply one. You have to hit the minimums, can't have any more than the maximum. You have to have at least 1 personally sponsored person hit the rank of diamond for the first time in 2019, have them hold it for 6 consecutive weeks or 1 week in December, and your week leg volume between any 5 weeks have to be 5,000. And for elite, you achieve the rank of 5-star, have 105 points, balanced, 2 new diamonds who hold it, and 5,000 volume in weak leg team volume. Okay, we have reached the end of our training. We're extremely excited.
Okay, we'll end that right there. The little slide presentation from Kevin Shaw. Did anybody have questions? I know it might be a little overwhelming if you're brand new, especially Kath, who has not even become a coach yet, might be like, whoa, that's a lot of numbers. But Laura, you have some questions.
I have a question. So I know that I can build on my right and my left,
Correct.
or right and my left. So I have an emerald coach on my right. Is there a way so I can put people on my far right and they kind of go up underneath her, correct?
Yeah. So if
Can
she's on your,
no, I understand it. So my question is, can you put people underneath her left side? Or is our inside leg always just on us?
okay. So
What I'm
this is,
saying?
yeah, I absolutely 100% understand what you're saying. So this is some really advanced coach placement strategy conversation right here. You
Okay.
can technically place a coach anywhere in your organization under anybody's business, under whatever side you want. Typically, you just do far right, far left. So let's say Laura's on my right, and let's say Elizabeth's on my left. If I sign Cynthia up on my right and Elizabeth's on my right, Cynthia will go in the next spot down on the right side, right? So now Cynthia would technically be also under Elizabeth, but on her right side or her stronger side when we're talking about weak and strong side. And we say stronger because if I'm constantly and continually recruiting, which I've done for 11 years, then another week passes, I saw another coach, Shandy, and Shandy would go, let's say I put her on the right side, and now technically she's got, Elizabeth has Cynthia and Shandy on her right side, right? I could technically go into my coach placement, into advanced placement in the Coach Online office and put that I want my next coach to go under this coach ID. I could put Elizabeth's coach ID number and I could put left side. It would still be on my right side because Elizabeth's on my left, but it would go inside on Elizabeth's inside left leg. However, I do not recommend that you do this. I do not recommend that you do this. Only do it if you're doing it for a family member's business.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because let's just suppose, like, we always hope that everybody will be Beachbody bleed blue for the rest of their entire lives, right? But let's say Laura, like, oh man, I really want to help Laura build her business. Like, I want to help build her some volume. And let's say I placed Elizabeth and Cynthia. And let's say, Laura, you're on my left. Let's say I go into advanced coach placement and I set it for your coach ID number right side. So I sign up Elizabeth and Cynthia, they go on your inside leg. Let's just say that happens. Okay, now you have those coaches. They're still my coaches. They're on my left side, but they're on your right in that case. They're on your weak side. Let's say a year from now, Laura decides like, this Beachbody thing's not for me and just cancels or quits or stops working. What happens in that case is now Elizabeth and Cynthia are stuck on the inside leg of a coach that's not working their business, and they'll never have upline support of coaches continuing to come in. Does that make sense? If you, Laura, were to stop building your business in the future. And I share that because I have done that for some coaches in the past, a couple of times in my early years, in the early 2011, 2012, and those coaches stopped working and they don't work their business at all. They're still coaches. And I have coaches that have a little regret that I, as their coach, placed them in a position like that. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. If I had not done that, they'd be on an outside leg that's continuing to grow, and they'd have a strong leg volume that continues to grow. So that's why I say I would only recommend doing that for, like, I place coaches on the inside leg of my mother, who's an Emerald coach. I place coaches from my business on the inside of my wife's business so that her team volume continues to grow on her weak leg, but only for the family members. Cool. What other questions?
Okay, so my question stems off that explanation.
Yes.
I feel like my mentality would be like, I want people under me that want to build, and I would want them to be of that mentality, not the mentality of, yeah, this is my family who's really the more active coach, I'm just going to kind of take advantage of what they're doing, but I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Wouldn't that still kind of, I just feel like if their mentality is not with it, then you wouldn't want to be doing the work for them, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely. And I think that comes down to any friend, family member, coach that you really have bonded deeply with, and you're like, I want to help them out. Let's say in that, I really believe it more handicaps them, where they expect that it will be grown by somebody else and not by themselves. And even in the case for me, I have two sisters that are coaches. I don't place coaches on their inside legs. If they want to build their business, they have to build their business. When I say my mother, I do it for my mom and my dad. My parents are both, they work for me as full-time employees and have for my dad 7 years, my mom 9 years. And so like we pay them like a salary outside of coaching. But my mom knows every single coach's name on my team. Like she's in my coach online office every day. She's like when like, let's say I have a customer, named Star, for example. She just reordered Energize. She got an email from my mom, which is from my email account. So my mom sees every order that comes through and has her business. So like when I help with her business, she orders her own Shakeology. She rides the mixed bike, does body workouts on that. And then I just help build a team as if it were my own business center in a way. Like, does that make sense? Not trying to like help her out. I'm just like, she does half my work anyway. So I just help her in that way. But any other family member, like you're saying, Cynthia, I would not be like to your sister or your cousin, be like, I'm going to help you build this. Let me place coaches under you. I think that handicaps them. And then if they never do anything with it, your coaches are left in a downline without any support.
Because I actually did that for my mom. Like this past December, I signed up my daughter and I felt like I should have signed her up under me, but I wanted to help my mom. And I feel like, even with sponsoring coaches, you want to help them. You want them to get into a position where they have the tools necessary. But if they're not willing to do the upfront investment, then it's like you're enabling them, and so I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, I feel like even though I did that for my mom, like I encouraged her, sign your husband up. I'll sign Gwen up under you and you'll be Emerald. She's kind of held Emerald for a while now. But the only problem is, with all the training we have available, it's so true. If you don't do something consistently in your business, the people under you will not do it. And there might be exceptions to that rule, but I'll be honest, I've learned that the hard way the past year or so.
Yeah.
And I'm getting to the point where I'm realizing, look, there's no way to get around it. You're either going to do what the upline's doing and what they're encouraging you to do, and you're going to see the results from it, or you're not, and then you're not. And it ain't nobody's fault but your own. So I'm learning that the hard way, and I'm glad I'm learning that lesson so that I can move forward, in a way of efficiency and not stupidity.
Yeah. Well, I like that example. What I would recommend, and that's what I love about this Road to Elite training, is it teaches, like, if you're doing that for yourself and other people's business, you're not duplicating leadership. You're not creating leaders inside of your team. And that's the whole point of the Road to Elite. Creating leadership, duplicating leadership will help grow your business, your income, but also their business and their income. So that's why I love the structure of this program and the point system of this program. What I would suggest, instead of signing up or giving your mom or your best friend a coach to help them achieve Emerald or whatnot, which I would not suggest doing, I would suggest, kind of seeing like what Kath is doing here in a way. Kath is working with Emily. This is a great example. I think Emily is like, Kath wants to know like who Emily is working with. And Emily's like, oh, here's my upline coach, one of my upline coaches, Scotty. And so Emily in this case is using her team to help, show Kath like what's out there, what's available, who the team is, all of that stuff. But Emily did the work, right? Emily did the work of connecting with Kath. Am I saying your name right, Kath? Thumbs up. Okay. So what I would suggest is with new coaches like that, not disempowering them by giving them coaches and whatnot, but encouraging them to do the work of inviting people, talking to people, but then you be a tool and a resource for them when they have questions or don't know how to close the sale on a challenge pack or on recruiting them into your team as a coach. Then you do the work, you help them do the work of explaining it, but they have to do that upfront work, because then you can help empower them that way. Cool. Any other questions about anything we've heard today or questions in general? And then I'll briefly show you these trackers before the hour's up.
So just to reiterate, everything that we do this year will carry over to next year if we fall short in something.
Yeah, let's say you're working towards, first there's team builder, then team leader, and then premier. Let's say you're working towards team leader, right? Let's say you hit team builder, you hit that first one, you're like, I really want to hit team leader, and you don't get your one diamond coach. So you're not a 1-star diamond. Maybe you got all the points in the categories, you didn't get your diamond, and you're like, I fell short. You fell short. It is what it is, right? We got next year to pick up and move forward. The cool thing about that, and to answer your question, is the majority of those categories, as we listened to the training, are current year. He was talking 2019, but most of them were current year. So the only one that would carry over is one of those point categories. Well, two in a way, there's two. Remember, one of the point categories, you doubled point. You got 2 points for one thing that would happen. If you have one of your coaches that hits Success Club 5 and you hit it yourself, you get 2 points. So let's just assume that the 6 of you on here right now are all my personally sponsored coaches. And let's just say we crush June and you all hit Success Club and I miss it. I would have 0 points in that category. However, if all 6 of you hit Success Club and I hit Success Club as well, it would double the points. We'd have 6 times 2. We'd have 12 points in that category that year or that month, right? So that's how that category works. But that category, Laura, to answer your question, is that category is for current year coaches and previous year coaches. So when you're working next year on January 1st, 2023 to hit elite for 2024, to be announced elite coach in 2024, all of the coaches that you recruit this year, they count in next year. So you have a coach named Jamie. So let's say next year on January, Jamie hits Success Club and you hit Success Club, you get 2 points that month for Jamie's work. And Jamie was a recruit from the previous year. So in a huge way, yes, the work that you're doing right now counts towards next year's as well, because the more great quality coaches you do and mentoring the coaches that you do have for this year and building their confidence, building their skills and abilities, when they hit Success Club next year, let's say you recruit 10 more coaches this year, you help build their confidence and they're hitting Success Club next year, those 10 coaches, and you hit Success Club, that's 20 points a month in that category from coaches from this year's work. Does that make sense? Okay. So yes, in a way, the work that you do this year does carry forward to next year. But this elite program is only the current year and the year before in most of those categories. I'm going to pull something up here. It says click. Oh, there we go. I'm going to pull this up to end this out. I don't want to go much longer than an hour because we all have families to attend to and tight schedules that we need to fit our business activities into. So I'm going to show you this real quick, these trackers, and then we'll close this out. So I'm just in the Coach on Life office again. I'm in the same spot where we searched for this, this video that we just watched right here. So there's trackers right here. I've already opened them up. So you can go in here and open these up yourself. I also have them, the links right here. So when I post the recording, I'll just put all those links in the recording as well. But there's a tracker. This is the tracker for example, and these are current trackers. That video was talking about 2019, but this tracker is current. When it says 2023 team builder qualification, it's always talking about, like, that's the 2022 work to be announced at the end of the year December 31st, January 1st, a 2023 elite leader. So for example, when we hit elite this year, it will be called the 2023 elite team. So here's a little tracker so you can keep track of your points. We don't have time to go through that right now, but it's a whole tracker for you to go through. If you have questions throughout the week, we could talk about them inside the team page. But here's one if you're just going for team builder. If you want to get to team leader, it's a little more expansive so that you can track that a little better. And then there's one for both premier and elite. There's a goal guide, so you can check off the box when you hit team builder, when you have your diamond, 25 points, 1 new emerald, and your 1,000 TV in the weak leg. And you can track as you go through that. Like here's the example, Laura, that you just asked about that. So you could track how many of your 2021 and 2022 coaches hit Success Club in a certain month, times it by 2, and you can calculate and keep track of how many points you're getting in that category. You can keep track of your 2022 PS coaches and customers. The total, remember, every time you have 500 total volume between them, you get 1 point. So you can keep track of that here and keep track of the APV points that you have and so forth. So there's awesome trackers, similar to how we have that, that business activity tracker for your daily activities of your business. There's trackers for that road to elite as well. So I have those links. You can search them in your coach online office as well, but I'll post them in there. So with that being said, we are at the hour. Any final last questions for today? Or was that a good brief overview? Okay. The cool thing, I recorded this, and also you can go right into your coach online office and search Road to Elite and see all of those trackers. You can watch that video again. Then you have access, obviously, to me inside of the team page, or just DM me on Facebook, Instagram. If you have my number, text me if something doesn't make sense, and I'll make sure that it is clarified for you. All right. Cool. All right. I haven't seen my wife for 6 days, and she got home at 4 a.m. and I barely heard her wake up while we're on this call. So I'm going to go spend some time with the wife and call it an end to my business day today. So thanks for being on the call today, guys.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Aloha.
Bye-bye.